We are Facebook
All right.
Live.
Hi, Facebook.
If it's sideways, I give up.
I say 3, 2, 1.
We say come along, the children come along, while the moon is shining bright, the moon is shining. Get on board and down the river we'll go. We're gonna raise a ruckus tonight. Play it, John. We said come on, the children come along, while the moon is shining bright, the moon is shining. Get on board and down the river we'll go. We're gonna raise a ruckus tonight. Sing it, Sam.
Well, there go Brian, howdy do.
Raise a ruckus tonight.
May the luck of the Irish be with you.
Raise a ruckus tonight.
Well, drink and dance and boogie and shake.
Raise a ruckus tonight.
All for the guys who got rid of the snakes.
Raise a ruckus tonight. We're gonna come along, the children come along, while the moon is shining, while the moon is shining. Get on board and down the river we'll go. We're gonna raise a ruckus tonight. Play it, Paul. Sing it with us. We said come along, the children come along, while the moon is shining bright, the moon is shining bright. Get on board and down the river we'll go. We're gonna raise a ruckus tonight.
Welcome to Route 60 Music. It is Saturday night. I am Michelle Lewis along with Randy Yohe, our co-host this evening. It is going to be a great show. We've got some great artists that are joining us tonight. Luke Sadecky.
And Wakita Billups.
All right, we cannot wait for this show to get underway with our guest artist. Now, Randy, help me out because we have got the door proceeds going to a great charity this evening.
Thank you for going to last year. I would certainly do. Now, I'm going to stop doing that right now. Proceeds from this show go to Lifehouse Recovery, a long-term recovery program, therapeutic community organization located in Huntington, West Virginia. The Lifehouse is a non-profit organization created to help men and women recover from alcoholism and substance abuse.
So thank you for coming out live so that we can have those proceeds of the door go for those great programs. Wakita Billups of South Shore, Kentucky, and Luke Sadecky of Huntington are going to roll out our 4th season of Route 60 Saturday night. I'm glad you're here on Facebook Live too.
That's right, we're streaming live through Facebook. You can watch our archive show on YouTube, on the website at route60saturdaynight.com. So tell friends about it, share our fun show, and thank you to all the good folks here at Route 60 Music, Paul Calico, Mike McCord, and all the players. Let's get this show started.
Well, my mama raised 3 fine sons, Buster, Bill, and me. Buster was the black sheep of our little family. Mama tried to quit him of his rough and rowdy ways. Fact, I had to have the judge to give him 90 days. And then he rambled all around, in and out of town. And then he rambled, Lord, he rambled till the butcher cut him down. Get it done. Dog chicken. Well, he rambled into 12 hotels, appetite was stout. And when he refused to pay the bill, the landlord throwed him out. Reached a brick to hit him whipping when he went to stop. Well, the landlord hit him over a fence and tore a barrel of slop. And then he rambled all around, in and out of town. And didn't he ramble, Lord, he rambled till the butcher cut him down. Sam St. Clair. gambling game, gambled on the green, and the gamblers there taught him a trick that he had never seen.
Watch this.
Lost his golden jewelry, damn near lost his life. Lost the car that carried him there, and somebody stole his wife. And didn't he ramble? He rambled all around, in and out of town. And didn't he ramble? Lord, he rambled till the butcher cut him down. Get it home. Sing it with us now. And he rambled all around, in and out of town. And didn't he ramble? Lord, he rambled till the butcher cut him down. Thank you.
Your house band, the 1937 Flood, Paul, Sam, Randy, Doug, Michelle, and Charlie right here.
Now we are welcoming Luke Sadecky. He's a folk singer-songwriter based in Huntington and a newly signed recording artist with Bond Hills Records. Congratulations, Luke. Good to hear that. He is a WVU student. It's a WVU student-run record label, and they approached Luke to record a 6-song extended play that will be available at all online music retailers and select locations, regionally coming this spring.
I can't wait. Inspired by his Appalachian roots, Sadecky is influenced by artists such as the Avett Brothers, City and Color, and John Prine. He says, I hope to give listeners music that they can fall in love with. So often I'll be driving down the road, a song will come on that will take me 1,000 miles from where I am.
It is such a unique and powerful emotion of being able to see into the songwriter's heart, and I want to provide that experience to others, is how Luke phrases it. Many of these songs that Luke composed in the past couple of years were written in Missouri, where he lived on a 4,000-acre conservation area most of the time, spent alone.
Yeah, my wife wondered what was he doing out there, the ranger or something. We'll find that out later. But what Luke says is that it really gave me the opportunity in that time at 4,000 acre alone to listen to my thoughts and to pay attention to what I was actually feeling. He says a lot of these songs are inspired by nature and solitude, as well as the movement of time and location.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please put your hands together for a warm welcome, Luke Sadecky. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. This is a tune I actually wrote out in Missouri. This is called Whippoorwill Song. Following the moon, trying to find my way, but all I see is you, shining somewhere far away. Whippoorwill, she sings, calling into the night, looking for a friend to hide in her life. And I'm singing along to her song. I don't have much to offer, but all my love to give. So let the world slow down for a while, and we'll dance along to the whippoorwill song. Oh. When the night time closes in around me again, I'm reminded I'll see you. I just don't know when. me too. And would you still love me too? 'Cause I don't have much to offer, but all my love to give. So let the world slow down, and we'll dance along to the whippoorwill song. Oh, the whippoorwill song, to her song. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alright, this is called Wild Card. Well, I was rowing down the river in some ill-made boat, when all of a sudden I was frozen in the cold. See, the river, it runs right through the center of her heart. I just never could tell where the river starts. And I never knew that loving you would be this hard. And this is proof that loving you is playing with a wild card. Well, then the cold crept into my veins, and in my mind she spread. And in the river where my fears had surfaced, my hope sunk like lead. 'Cause I never knew that loving you would be this hard. And this is proof that loving you is playing with a wild card. Well, how could I not see what this would be? Well, how could I not see what this would be? Well, how could I not see what you would be? Well, how could I not see you'd be the death of me? 'Cause I never knew I believe I have one more and then some interviews after that. This one's called Stay. I had dreamt through all of last night, and what I saw was a pause in the heavy hand of time. And this dream that I had, I will hold to for a while now, of a sun that would not set over our painted sky. And I don't know why I spent so much time trying to push away, when all that I really wanted was for you to stay. In the morning I woke to my reality of a busy day and a nightlife cast under city lights. And this dream that I had, it came flooding back, a sun that would not set over our painted sky. And I don't know why I spent so much time trying to push away, when all that I really wanted was for you to stay. Loneliness and being alone, they don't always go hand in hand. And now I know, but I'll tell you this, my dear friend, I don't know why I spent so much time trying to push away, when all that I really wanted was for you to stay.
Luke Sadecky, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo. Well, Luke, how long have you been playing guitar and singing?
I started playing guitar probably early high school. Singing is still fairly new.
Oh,
A few years ago.
couldn't tell that. I hear a lot of different artists in your voice, in your music, in your style. I hear John Mayer. I hear Maroon 5's lead. Some folks are saying Amos Lee. So, an incredible stretch of influence there, I think.
How'd you actually get started?
My friend Andrew actually.
Well done, Andrew. Yeah.
Good job.
He got a guitar, and my sister had a guitar learning at the time, and she didn't stick with it very long, but I picked it up, learning for church, for worship music.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, have you gotten to play with very many folks? yet?
I've played, with quite a few people. I got to open for Christian Lopez, who's actually from West Virginia, and he's doing stuff in Nashville and stuff like that. He's pretty cool. I got to open for the Davison Brothers.
They're fun.
Yeah, they're putting on a good show. Quite a few people. I don't remember names right now.
Wow, that's awesome.
So what, in Missouri, 4,000 acres for conservation, that's where you had a chance to think, what were you doing out there?
I was studying fish.
Okay. That'll be inspiring for music learning. But being alone and having a chance to concentrate on what? On songs and lyrics, did you have your guitar with you there?
I did. I actually, this came from Missouri. It was supposed to be public housing, and I wasn't sure what that would be like. So I took a really cheap guitar. It was like a $100 J. Tercer guitar or something. It was the first one I got. And once I figured out the situation was safe and my stuff wouldn't get stolen, I found this in a pawn shop out in Missouri, so I came home with it.
Cool. So if you had your brothers and you could play with anybody you wanted to in the whole wide world, living or dead, who would it be?
It'd probably be the Avett Brothers first. And then I would like to open for Sarah Jarosz. She's kind of a bluegrass player. And Gregory Allen Issacoff, maybe. Be cool.
So you've been playing some in Morgantown. I know you played some in Pomeroy up there at Maple Leaf. And coming up next, Songwriter Showcase there in Charleston?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So you got to get out and see this guy, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to have more of them right here.
Well, I got one more question. So when you get the guitar in your hand and you start playing, is it common for hours to go by and you realize, it's dinner time now?
Yeah. Sometimes maybe like lunch, dinner, and breakfast the next morning. No, it does happen though.
So talk a little bit before we let you play a couple more about the EP that's coming out. I'd like to hear a little bit more about that. Again, where can people hear it, access it online? Tell us more about that.
That'll be on Spotify and iTunes and Amazon Music and just about anywhere online that you listen to music. It'll be available. It'll be in CD form too.
So do they just type in your name and do a Google search?
I hope so.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Sadecky. Write it
I don't
down.
think you'll find too much with that name.
So, all right, I can't wait. Thank you.
Yeah.
You want to do a couple more for us?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Luke Sadecky.
Woo!
So this is actually going to be the title track of the album. It's called River Why, and it's my newest song. Down on the River Wye, in a cabin covered in vines, lives a man who's gone quiet many years ago. Ever since his heart was torn, only timbers keep him warm, so all he has comes from the glow of the embers in his stove. One day out in the garden, hiding from his heart, when came a pretty girl wandering down his road, and she said, "This is just what I need, like rivers need valleys, and I swear to keep you warm when the weather gets too cold. So will you be the one for me? I'll be the one for you. And if you give your heart, I will follow suit. 'Cause I'll be the one for you, if you'll be the one for me. And for the rest of our days, we'll never be lonely. tear rolled down his face, but he did not hesitate to lay down his spade and run into her arms, 'cause he said, this is just what I need, like rivers need valleys, and I swear to keep you warm when the weather gets too cold. So will you be the one for me? I'll be the one for you. And if you give your heart, I will follow suit. 'Cause I'll be the one for you if you'll be the one for me. And for the rest of our days, we'll never be lonely. There will come a time when the river's gonna rise and cover our eyes. But I'd rather say goodbye than live a lonely life. So would you stand by my side? Will you be the one for me? I'll be the one for you. And if you give your heart, I will follow suit. 'Cause I'll be the one for you if you'll be the one for me. And for the rest of our days, we'll never be lonely. Alright, my last one's called Already Gone. And it's a song about quitting a job for music. Well, summer's come and it's gone, though my days are still long. In quiet I walk these dark halls, and now the cold consumes the fall. But I'm already gone. I'm already gone. Now laid you out all the facts, and this ain't nothing but the past. 'Cause I'm already gone. I'm already gone. And by the time you see that you're wrong, I'm already gone. told me, and I know change is hard, but you must move on. 'Cause I'm already gone. I'm already gone. By the time you see that you're wrong, I'm already gone. By the time you hear the song, I'm already gone. I'm already gone.
Thank you.
Luke Sadecky, ladies and gentlemen, let him know how wonderful he is.
Mon Hills recording artist Luke Sadecky. Watch for his EP.
Thank you so much.
Sadecky. Sadecky. We're gonna look for you.
Awesome stuff.
Again, thank you for coming out. The $5 at the door this evening is helping an incredible program, the Lifehouse nonprofit organization created to help men and women recover from alcoholism and substance abuse. So for being here live this evening, thank you so much for allowing the 1937 Flood Band and the Route 60 Music Group to do a little bit of good in the community.
A little Fats Waller song. I know I'm walking all by myself, no one to talk with, but I'm happy on a shelf. Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. I know for certain the one I love, I'm through with looking at you that I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, saving the love for you. We're like Jack Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses I am waiting for. Believe me, girl, I go to parties I don't want to go. I'm home about 8, just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. Good dog. Waller died in 1943 at like 40-some years old. He didn't live long enough to see the beginning of rock and roll. Can you imagine what rock and roll would have been like if Fats had made it there? I just think that would have been wonderful. I lost my strap. We thought since we have some great folk singers here tonight, we would try to play something different, which is not unusual for us. Let's do a little bit of Irving Berlin. How about that?
Berlin.
Be the only time Irving Berlin has been played here this year.
Again, Irving
Berlin. I am on the right one. Yes. Get it, girl.
All right. Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. All those blue birds singing a song. Nothing but bluebirds from now on. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, they fly by. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on.
Do it, Doug. Hit it, Paul.
Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. All those blue birds are singing a song. Nothing but blue birds from now on.
Never saw the sun shine so bright. Never saw things going so right.
Noticing the days hurry by. When you're in love, my, how they fly by. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Blue skies, Irving Berlin. This is the midpoint of our show. Thank you again for coming out to a Route 60 Saturday night. We've got a storyteller all lined up. I've been missing the stories from our storytellers. So Randy Yohe, if you would, take center stage and share a story with us now.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Just listening to that Fats Waller song, I'm talking about I'm home at 8 listening to my radio and then listening to Luke talk. You know, we're here because we enjoy music. We love music. And everybody has this same story that I'm going to tell because you remember when you first started realizing that you like music, that you heard music, that you understand it. You know, it was third grade for me. And I got my first AM transistor radio, and this would have been the early 1960s. And I was a boy who grew up in suburban Detroit. So I got the little AM transistor radio. I locked it on Keener 13 because I was listening to hits. And I mean, I just became totally enamored with it. So I would go to bed and have my pajamas on, and I'd have my transistor radio with that earpiece and the cord down my, pajama sleeve. So Mom wouldn't, know about it. But my mother, this is way before, there must have been cameras in our bedroom or something like that, because I'd be lying there, my eyes closed, listening to it. Then I'd get this. I'd get that out of your ear. And I'm going, Mom, what are you doing? Stop doing that. She's like, she says, you're not supposed to be listening to that. You're supposed to be sleeping. I said, but I'm not bothering anybody. But I was hooked. So we started buying 45s. For those of you who don't know, those are 45 RPM. They're little records that you would put a little spindle in the middle of them. And I think the record player I had was one above a Kenner Close and Play, but it was a good radio. Yeah, see? So Matt Keller was my best friend in fourth grade, or maybe going into fifth grade, and his dad was a Bell telephone lineman. and he was also a ham radio operator. So he had one of those big antennas outside his house. He had all kinds of stuff that you could get into his truck and play with. And so we hooked up our own little radio station in his ham room. And we called it WILD, Wild Radio. Well, Matt was smart enough in 4th grade, 5th grade to hook it up to a transmitter. And we were sending it out this great big antenna that was just supposed to be for ham. Well, we were broadcasting about a mile away. And people started listening to us. And then sooner or later, the FCC listened to us. They busted us. They came to the house. I mean, it was like, we got our fannies paddled, but we were pretty damn proud of WILD Radio. Next year, 6th grade, okay? And I'm captain of the afternoon safeties. And the new lunchtime safeties, about 6, 7 of them go out, because we would go home for lunch and then come back in. It was right in the same neighborhood. And so there's about 6 different posts. And as the captain, you got to vote to each post and make sure the guy's doing their job, or the girls, whoever it was. So I had my transistor, and that was, each song back then was what, about 2.5 minutes, 2:45, something like that. The Beatles were, this is 64, 65, and the Beatles were hot, and the Stones were coming out, all the great stuff. So at each post, everybody would get a song, and we talk about the song, and go to the next post, so about everybody, 6 songs, and just, totally enamored with music and radio. Came 9th grade, and I got to see my first real concert, if you will. And it was on the tennis courts at Garden City West Junior High. And they had some, I don't know, plastic or canvas up, so maybe you couldn't see in. You had to pay $0.25 to get in. So we got in there. I don't remember, we were sitting on the ground or chairs or whatever, but they just had platforms set up. And all of a sudden, above the fence comes this guy climbing the fence. He's got full Indian headdress on. He's got a loincloth, and he's shooting flaming arrows down to the stage. Boom, he jumps down. Who is it but Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes? I mean, he is rocking the house. And us, we're teenagers. We're going, oh my God. Fast forward to about maybe 10 years ago, and Ted played here in Huntington. And I went to interview him. And he was being standoffish to everybody, And I said, hey, Ted, I knew Charlie Baker. He went to my high school. He goes, where are you from? I said, I'm from Westland, Michigan. He goes, you're from Ted's World. He says, come on in here. Treated me like a child. Also in 9th grade, we had the March of Dimes back then to raise money to make sure that polio was gone. So us kids were in charge of raising money. Remember March of Dimes? And I was one of the captains of the team. And so some of the captains got awarded with going to a concert. And this was down at the big concert hall in Detroit, Cobo Hall. Okay, we had got our parents wrote us down and everything. Still didn't have licenses yet, but we're up in the above seat rafters, and I don't even remember who the first couple of bands were, but the headliners come out, and just all of a sudden these African American people come out with feathers on and bells and stuff. It was George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelic. And if you've ever seen the Funkadelic, my God, as a 9th grader, you just hear again, you're blown away. And we listened to Frank Zappa and Funkadelic through high school, and everybody else was listening to other stuff. We were weird. 11th grade, okay? Rick Walker, my debate partner, and I are going on a double date. Heck, I haven't even went on any single dates before that. But we're going across town. We're going to Southgate High on the other side of Detroit. We didn't know anything about it. We only just got our licenses. I don't know if we were barely allowed to drive that far. But we took these girls over there because we wanted to see this band called The Frost. And they had this song called Mystery Man. And Dick Wagner was their lead singer, big tough guy. We loved him, So we go over there, and the opening band is one we never heard of. It's called the Charging Rhinoceros of Soul. Had about 18 people out there playing drums and bells. And, they were fantastic. So we were blown away by them. But then the announcer comes out and says, ladies and gentlemen, Dick Wagner is sick and Frost will not play tonight. No, we're just madder than wet hens, But we've got a replacement act. These guys are from local, they're a little strange. We'll see if you like them. Come on out, Alice Cooper. Whoa. This guy comes out, skinny guy, long hair, he has black circles on his eyes. He's wearing a live boa constrictor, spitting out money, singing I'm 18, and we were just blown away. One more, freshman year. So I go up to Michigan State. We're about 80 miles from Detroit at Michigan State. And I was so into live music then that I was the one that collected the money because we found out what concerts were going on down in Detroit. And then I'd drive that 80 miles, wait in line. You weren't ordering tickets back then. There was no online or anything like that. And at the exorbitant price of $4, $5, and $6. Okay, 6 was the big C. When they raised it to 6, 8, and 10, we were outraged. How could they charge us $10 to sit up the front row? You know, what does it cost now? $1,000? But we got lucky that one year. That was 1971 to see the opening tours of Elton John's Honky Chateau tour. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, who his whole encore was all Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels stuff that we were just blown away because we love Mitch Ryder. But one of the ones that I really remember, and I'll close with this one, was at the Fox Theater in Detroit. And this is not your usual big, like the Keith album, you know, just beautiful old theater. And it was David Bowie and his Spiders from Mars. It was the second show he'd done in the United States. And it was the first time I'd seen performance rock. And I mean, nobody, before and after, I don't think does performance rock like David Bowie did. I mean, he came out, and there's a guy, and he's in a costume that looks like 2 big globes. And they're, I mean, big. I mean, like 20 feet across for his bottom, and 20 feet across for his couch. And all of a sudden they split, and he comes walking out, and we were just flabbergasted, blown away. You know, I got into student radio right away, and I got to interview some great people. Mitch Ryder, I got to sit down and talk to, who I think was as high as a kite when he came out. And I was like, I still didn't quite understand all that. No. My goodness. And finally, Buckwheat Zydeco. If you're familiar with him, we've just had started learning about Zydeco music. And then, so we saw Buckwheat in a little club. And at one point in time, you know, he got finished with his song. And there was a lot of noise, and all of a sudden it just got silent a second after I yelled out, "Okay!" And Buckwheat looked down at me and goes, "Okay, right back to you." So when you think about your music, and you think about it when you grew up, and I'm sure it was all okay.
Thank you, Randy Yohe, our storyteller this evening on a St. Practice Day. It's St. Practice Day for St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. We're going to do a little tune. It's going to be our St. Practice Day waltz, Amelia's waltz.
Yeah, we don't know that it's Irish, but by golly, it ought to be. And the nice thing about St. Patrick's Day is whatever you want to do on St. Patrick's Day is an Irish tune. Doug Chapin.
taping with Paul Martin.
We're working on a new CD. It's going to be an instrumental CD. We're calling it Speechless. Sometimes we come up with the titles first and then say we ought to do an album to go with that. But that's going to be one of the key songs on it. Doug has brought so many beautiful songs to us. We did a Fats Waller song earlier. We'll do another one. This is probably his most famous one. This one is called Honeysuckle Rose.
Your house band, the 1937 Flood.
Well, we are so lucky to have some incredible artists here tonight. Wakita Billups, she is from South Shore, Kentucky, and a railroad's daughter with a big family out on a small farm. We are so glad to have her here this evening.
We are thrilled. You know, some thought it was just a phrase, Michelle, but when Wakita was a teenager, she found a love for outlaw and traditional country music. She cherished that vintage sound. Her influences began with Loretta Lynn, Patsy Cline, Etta James, Merle Haggard, and Willie Nelson, just to name a few.
Oh my goodness, it wasn't any surprise to those who know and love her when she sold her Mercedes to buy a guitar, and she had her heart set on learning to play it.
Who wouldn't sell their Mercedes to buy a guitar? That's what I'm saying. Wakita is recording a new album right now, and she is into the thick of it. I was talking to her earlier. It's all about her right now. The first single off the album will be a track she wrote about fellow Kentuckian Loretta Lynn. The song is asking the music icon about life and lessons in love.
And that's because in the world today it seems we give up too easily and marriages don't last. We choose the easier path of giving up rather than pulling through. So who better for Wakita to go to for advice? That's what I say. Who better for us to go to ask to play some music to inspire us this evening? Ladies and gentlemen, yes.
Wakita Billups.
Yeah!
play a little bit for me. Proud about that.
It's all right. We'll figure it out.
You wrote it in your song, how he did you wrong. While you were out there on that big stage, we were all singing along to your own pain. Loretta, how'd you love him through the hurt? Was it worth the joy and pain of taking his name? Loretta, how'd you love him through the hurt? You paved the way for so many girls today by saying what every woman had to say. From pills to politics to life lessons and love school habits. Oh, Loretta, how'd you love him through the hurt? Was it worth the joy and pain of taking his name? Loretta, how'd you love him through the hurt? Well, I think that's what's wrong with this world today. We toss away good love we could have saved. Oh, Loretta, how'd you love him through the hurt? Oh, Loretta, how'd you love him through the hurt?
Thank you. I'm a pretty big fan of Loretta, man. And, you know, people just don't hang on like they used to, and it's so sad, you know. Can't give up. Speaking of addiction, I wrote this song about 6 months ago.
I hope the pleasure's worth the pain. I heard you can handle the weight of the chain. You won't know the depth of the rain until you feel the heat of the flames. Grab your shovel, start digging away, start digging away out of that grave. Oh, get out of that grave. Stop being a slave, save yourself today. Sometimes you hurt more when you're healing. Sometimes you feel more than you're yielding. construction, of destruction that you're feeling. It's the cure to your own killing. Grab your shovel, start digging away, start digging away out of that grave. Oh, get out of that grave. Stop being a slave, save yourself today. Your sins can be washed away if you're $1 short and a day too late. Grab your shovel, start digging away, start digging away out of that grave. Oh, get out of that grave. Stop being a slave, save yourself today.
Thank you. I wrote this song about my husband. Hope you'll enjoy it. You work the same old job, you pick the same old pace. You come home late from work every day. You pour the same old drink, you dream the same old dreams. Me and the kids need a change, I think. Under that old bottle of booze, I left a note about leaving you. I may have drank a drink or two before writing that note about leaving you. You may need something strong to get you through. Well, I left a few bucks for a new bottle too, under that old bottle of booze. Now we're heading out west where that sun never sets. Maybe that wild wind will pick up the pieces I'd like to forget. Maybe you'll get better, maybe you'll get blue. The kids are worried about what you'll do. Under that old bottle of booze, I left a note about leaving you. I may have drank a drink or two before writing that note about leaving you. You may need something strong to get you through. Well, I left a few bucks for a new bottle too, under that old bottle of booze. Why I left you, 'cause I had to. Thank you.
We're so fortunate to have you, Wakita. We've got a couple of questions we want to ask you, get to know you a little bit better. My goodness, thank you for coming out to the show this evening. You have such a phenomenal texture to your voice and such deep resonance. I love listening to you.
Thank you. You also have a great voice. I was very impressed.
It's a mutual admiration society right here. Wakita, how did you get started?
Church. My sisters were in a group, and of course, what kid don't want to be like their older siblings, so they were singing, and I want to sing too, so it all started in church.
So, the artist, the incredible female artist who sang about, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz, and you sold your Mercedes to get a guitar. That's incredible.
This guitar in
That's
particular.
gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Is that Loretta Lynn's autograph right there?
It is. Yeah, that there took a whole lot of talking. I didn't get to meet her, but you know, I got it signed, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Wow.
How does a girl that starts in church get into Merle Haggard, William Outlaw songs?
You know, country was kind of a treat. You know, my parents were very religious, and you know, bluegrass. I mean, we listened to bluegrass, but country was just such a treat back then. And whenever I was 13, you know, the internet, and I discovered outlaw, and I just fell in love with it. And I thought, oh, it's a phase, but I never grew out of it.
So did you teach yourself to play guitar? Do you read music?
I don't read.
By ear?
Yeah, yeah. I taught myself. So.
Rock on. I don't read music, and I learn music by listening to it and trying to mimic the sound back and finding my own way with it. How do you get inspired to write your songs?
Lots of men. Well, a few. You know, live. I don't write songs that aren't real to me.
Authentic.
I mean, yeah. If it didn't happen to me, then I don't really write about it. So.
Who have you played with that really stuck with you? Were like, oh, I can't believe I got to play with them.
Let's see. That's a good question. Recently we were with the Ladies Appalachian Review, and it was so neat because all of us are so different, and some of them were more Americana and folky and just Appalachian, and I love our roots. You know, they're so rich.
And I love how women can come together and lift each other up.
Exactly.
How about who you're looking forward to playing with someday? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, Loretta Lynn's obviously. I mean, but I listen to a little bit of new country, like Casey Musgrave. Elizabeth Cook's pretty great too. So, yeah.
So you're totally immersed in your new album. Tell me right now. Tell me where that stands and how immersed are you?
Yeah, I haven't even really been playing much because I've been just focusing on, getting the best songs I can. And I've been writing since I was, 13, somewhere around there. Not tell my age, but I've just been focusing on getting the best songs I can written and, make it as diverse as possible. So
Put the best of what you got out there because you have got some great stuff to share. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
A couple more songs for us?
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful.
Wakita Billups.
Thank you.
First here on the day falls before the paper hits the pavement. My head is on my pillow and reality finds me in my sleep, awakened by the burden of old memories. It's my mistake, I'm arranged too late on your wedding day. I'm a promise short of happiness, now a lifetime full of loneliness. I'll have to wait, 'cause I'm arranged too late. Keep the peace while you're loving her under our sheets. I'm losing my mind while you're just out living your life. I'm grieving the love of my life. It's my mistake, I'm arranged too late on your wedding day. I'm a promise short of happiness, now a lifetime full of loneliness. I'll have to wait, 'cause I'm arranged too late. you could be cruel, and I'll be faithful to you. Oh, you can be mean and cruel, and I'll forgive you. Oh, but you can be too proud, spreading things all over town. But in your own heartache, well, it drowns all your fears out. If you think you're gonna lie, if you think you're gonna cheat, or if you think you're going to mistreat me, well, you're right, but oh, so wrong tonight. No, they wouldn't think of me. Not a woman could do such a bad thing. So far they question a jealous husband and the father of another unwed daughter. If you think you're gonna lie, if you think you're gonna cheat, or if you think you're going to mistreat me, well, you're right, but oh, so wrong tonight. It took some powder to cover up the battle scars.
Wakita Billups, ladies and gentlemen. Again, be looking for her new album coming out, and Wakita Billups from South Shore, Kentucky. We were sure lucky to have you here tonight. Thank you.
She was fantastic. We'd also like to thank the amazing Luke Sadecky for playing with us tonight. Two great, great young talents, and that's what we really enjoy doing here with Route 60 Saturday Night, is bringing some music to you. Paul Calicote books these people, and Paul, you do a fantastic job.
And the Lifehouse is the nonprofit organization that the door proceeds are going to tonight. It was created to help men and women recover from alcoholism and substance abuse. So everyone that's came in tonight is helping that incredible nonprofit effort. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We got about 10 more minutes of entertainment for you this evening.
Well, I think we need to hear some more from our house band, the 1937 Flood.
But we want you to help us out on this, because we think that y'all been wanting to sing along. We can tell it. We had a moment up there in Charleston last weekend, and they did pretty good. But we said, boy, they sure can't do it as well as people in Huntington.
That's
so
right.
Here's your opportunity to show us that we were right.
So we were looking for some audience participation.
We were telling them that, you know, ever since Gordon Gee said that nasty thing about Marshall, we weren't sure we wanted to come up that way.
Very harsh, very harsh.
That we were as nervous as a sofa in Morgantown at football season, but they did all right. But I think you can do better. This is probably the most unusual sing-along you're ever going to hear.
How about this? Bum 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 bum. Can you do that? Can you do that? Bum 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 bum. So every time I point to you, bum 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 bum. Ah, you're down.
Do it
Let's
again.
try it again. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
Yeah.
Bum 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 bum.
Oh, they got it, I think. Gonna take a sentimental journey.
Gonna set my mind at ease. Gonna take a sentimental journey to relive old memories. I got my bag, I got my reservation. I spent each time I could afford. And like a child in wild anticipation, long to hear that all aboard.
7, that's the time we leave at 7. I'll be waiting up for heaven. Can't never mind a railroad track.
It takes me back. Never thought my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide to roll? Gonna take a sentimental journey.
Yeah.
Sentimental journey home.
Do it, Doug.
It takes me back. I never thought my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide to roll? I'm gonna take a sentimental journey. Sentimental journey home. Sentimental journey home. Sentimental journey home.
We don't know this yet, but we ended the show in Charleston last week with another special kind of sing-along that, well, there's just no accounting for where people like
How special was it, Charlie?
Yeah, we were playing in a place one time, and the brother of Rod Samples was standing in the back, and some complete stranger came up and he was watching us and said, "You kind of wonder where people like that come from." And Mac pretended he didn't know us. This combines a Charlie Poole song with an old 60s English novelty tune. And we're going to ask you to sing along on the second part of it. It's only got 3 words. How hard could it be? Don't let your deal go down.
Oh, no.
Don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down, pretty mama, till your last gold dollar is gone. Yes, yes. Closer to the light. Come close to the fire. Been all around this whole wide world, even Memphis, Tennessee. Any place I hang my hat, well, it seems like home to me. Sing it. Don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down, pretty mama, till your last gold dollar is gone. Get it, ball. Oh, Mark. Last time I saw my sweet baby, she was standing in the cabin door.
What did she say, Charlie?
Threw her arms around my neck, saying, "Baby, don't be gone so long. Don't let your deal go down." Yes, yes. Don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down, pretty till your last gold dollar is gone. Get it, Sam. Here comes your sing-along part. Pay very close attention. Well, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that thing, give me that, give me that, give me that thing, give me that, give me that, give me that thing. Oh, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that thing, give me that, give me that, give me that thing, give me that, give me that thing. Oh, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that thing, give me that, give me that, give me that thing, give me that, give me that, give me that. One more. Give me that, 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 give me that thing, give me that, give me that, give me that thing. Oh yeah, Charleston ain't got nothing on y'all, nothing. I tell you.
Thank you again so much for coming out to Route 60 Saturday night here at Route 60 Music in Barboursville. We have done some really great work tonight, Randy, and raising money for Lifehouse.
That's right. We appreciate all the help you've given the Lifehouse recovery. If you couldn't attend in person, you can take in the fun online. We're streaming it through Facebook Live. You can watch the archive show on YouTube and on the website, route60saturdaynight.com. Tell friends about it. A lot of likes, a lot of shares will be good as well.
Hey, I want to let you know that we are going to be taking April off because the third Saturday gets too close to Easter. So we'll be back here in May. So mark your calendar for the third Saturday in May for the next Route 60 Saturday night.
Once again, we'd like to thank Mike McCord, Paul Calico, Mike Bennett, Luke Sadecky, Wakita Billups. Give them a big hand. They were great tonight. And most of all, thank you guys for coming out tonight. We just appreciate it. This is a great opportunity to hear some local music, to help charities, just to have a good old time here in Huntington, Barboursville, West by God, Virginia. Drive home safely. Don't forget to buckle up those seatbelts. And good night.
Thanks on behalf of our co-host Randy Yohe and our storyteller as well. And it's been our pleasure, the 1937 Lifehouse Band, to be here tonight. Thank you.
All right.
On the other side.